Today on Getting Real with the Housewives, we catch up with Larsa Pippen, who talks Real Housewives of Miami return and if she really makes $10,000 a day from OnlyFans.
You know, sometimes if you post a lot of content, you obviously make more money. I kind of been focusing more on, my family. So it's kind of hard to stay engaged all the time. I get burned out every now and then.
Then Real Housewives of OC's Emily Simpson is putting together the pieces of Noella's divorce, and something doesn't add up.
I will tell you, as an attorney, I jump all over that stuff. I read all of it. I listen to it. I decipher it. I go back through what she told me on what dates. I make timelines. So I will tell you, I can blow holes through a lot of things. I'll just leave it at that.
Plus, Mary Cosby reveals why she did not attend the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion, and the taglines for Real Housewives of New Jersey have been revealed. We got that plus so much more on today's Getting Real with the Housewives. Hey guys, Christina Garibaldi here with Us Weekly executive producer Mandy DeCamp. Welcome to another week of Getting Real with the Housewives. Hi, Mandy.
Hi, Christina. How are you?
Doing good. There's a ton of news to get to. We were saying it's, it started out a little slow and then bam, so much just happened.
Yeah, I know. The past day, a lot of stuff has come out about these housewives. Keeping us busy.
And we're going to get to all of that in just a second, but we wanted to check in and see what you guys had to say about last week's show. So Mandy, why don't you kick us off?
All right. People are still opinionated on Heather. I think it's going to last all season. Terrence Connolly said, Heather Dubrow is TV gold. Yes, you're right, Terrence. You're right. I don't know if it's good gold, but she sure is good TV.
Definitely. Well, Kim Oler said, I do not agree with you two. I'm glad there is someone on the show to put Heather Dubrow in her place. OC sucks anyway. They should get rid of the whole cast. Please bring back Vicky and Tamara and add in some fresh new faces. A lot of people have a lot of strong opinions about OC this season.
Yeah, no, we love it when you guys disagree with us. Please keep them coming. I would say, yes, I agree that it's good that some people put Heather in her place. I don't know if I want to see Vicky and Tamara. We've talked about it a few times. Yeah. Vicky's single now, which is interesting. They are the OGs, of the OC. I don't know. Would you want to see Vicky and Tamara together?
I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to see, because Vicky has such an amazing storyline right now. It would be interesting to see but I think we are going to see the breakup on the Ultimate Girls trip when that comes out. So we are going to get Vicky in some capacity, just not back in OC, which I think is fine. Yeah.
I think that's fine. I'll watch Girls Trip.
Totally. All right, let's get into the Housewives news and kick it off with Salt Lake City, right, Mandy?
So the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion was filmed on January 6th. As we know that Mary Cosby was not in attendance. Mm-hmm. She finally broke her silence on Clubhouse, saying, the only thing I have to say about the reunion is I didn't go because it was one-sided and everyone heard one side of what they felt that was. They told lies. One side of my story, and I was not going to get on the reunion, a 4-part reunion, and talk about this guy who had passed. How many titles did they put on me? I was a lot of things this season. I was everything. Call me Batman. Okay. So she was seemingly referring to Cameron Williams. He had appeared in an episode of season 2, but has since sadly passed away. Lisa Barlow told the other Salt Lake City housewives that Cameron claimed he gave $300,000 to Mary's church, even taking a second mortgage on his home. So that's who she's seemingly referring to in this. Which is crazy that he's since passed and sad. And what I don't understand is, we'll get to that in a minute. We have one more source quote. So a source tells us that season 3 began filming without Mary, and they will be covering more of Jen Shah's legal issues in her upcoming trial. So what I was going to say is, I don't understand how she's saying it was one-sided and now she's not showing up at the reunion. So now it's definitely one-sided.
Right. Totally. That's what stood out to me. If it's one-sided, come and tell your side. And then we'll that's the whole point of a reunion, is to discuss what happened. I understand that you don't want to speak ill of somebody that passed away and he can't say his side of the story anymore, but still, there's so many unanswered questions surrounding Mary, and I'm not surprised. It's not just that. Right. Yeah. And I'm not surprised that they are filming without her. I don't think that she's going to be asked back. I can't imagine that Andy was very happy that she just didn't show up. I think we had sources tell us that, the trailers were all set up, they were expecting her to be there. And she just, and the production was pushed a couple hours because they were waiting for her, and she just didn't show.
Yeah, I think that you're right. I think they were all waiting for her. I can't believe it. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little sick of the Jen Shah storyline.
I am too.
It's like different than the Erika Jayne one where we kept finding out more. Mm-hmm. With this one, it's like, we don't know.
Right.
We don't know. Yeah. You know, it's kind of just like now we're all just moving on, and she like might be a criminal. She might not.
We don't. We're in that gray area right now. I know. Yeah. I believe the trial kicks off in March, so we will have that next season. Like we will have like that, like, you know, her kind of getting ready for court, and I don't know. I can't imagine they'll let cameras in the courtroom, but we'll kind of have that storyline, which will be interesting. But yes, I agree with you. We're kind of like in this weird in the middle zone where we don't really know what's going on.
Yeah. And I want to know more about Mary's church.
I do too.
I'm in now. Yeah.
I'm invested.
Yeah. All right. Well, while Mary won't be in attendance at the reunion, the girls still brought it in terms of fashion. We got our first look at what the ladies wore to the reunion, which included feathers, jewel tones, sapphires, and even an aquamarine pantsuit. But it was Jen Shah's look that was being compared to the Disney villain Isma's purple feathered frock in The Emperor's New Groove. Jen fired back and said it was actually at I Am Cardi B, but I wouldn't expect you to know that.
What did you think about these looks?
You know, I don't think we talk enough about the Salt Lake City fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always all over the place. Like, I feel like with the other cast, like they coordinate with each other. And like with Salt Lake City, it's like they're all going to different parties. And
totally.
It's not just the reunion, like throughout the season. It's like with the Judy Jetson dress that Meredith wore last week, like, they're all going to different parties. I don't know, but I love it.
Yes. A lot of people had a lot of opinions about these looks. I know some people said, I hate to be mean, saying that these were the worst reunion looks of all time. But yeah, it's just like they were kind of all over the place. And I think Heather's, I saw somewhere online that you can pick it up at David's Bridal. I did see that somewhere. So it's just like, usually when you expect like these like high end, like really
Giovanni.
Like, right. Giovanni. Yes. But I mean, like, at least like they're affordable. So I guess if you like it, you can go out and buy it, but not what I expected.
No. I mean, I have to say though, part of the reason I love Salt Lake City is their outlandish fashion choices. Like, when they went sledding or dog sledding or whatever it was, their outfits there, it's just every time they have an event, they really just go all out.
They do. Well, I'm excited to, so we have the reunion coming up in a few weeks. So definitely excited for that one. But this is a pretty, nasty story. All right. Well, keeping with Salt Lake City news, newcomer Jennie, of course, she's the new Salt Lake City housewife this year. She broke her silence amid backlash over past Facebook posts in which she allegedly made racist comments about the Black Lives Matter protests back in 2020. She took to Instagram to write, "I want to acknowledge and apologize for my deleted Facebook post from 2020 that resurfaced today. At the time, I thought I was speaking out against violence, but I have since learned how offensive and hurtful my words were." Now, she claimed that she deactivated the account more than a year ago after realizing that she was doing more harm than good. Now, many of the resurfaced messages allegedly from her account appear to be promoting anti-Black Lives Matter posts amid the riots and protests during 2020. Now, during that 6-month span, she shared and reposted memes and photos that seemed racist in nature. Some had phrases like BLM thugs and violent gangs. Now, fans are outraged after seeing the resurfaced messages, and with many calling Bravo to fire her from the series. So what do you think? Should she be fired from Salt Lake City?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I think I already wasn't a big fan of her this season. I felt like it was a little bit forced. Her storyline was a little bit forced. And now this is just like the nail on the coffin. I mean, I don't think she should be back now.
No, I totally agree with you. And I mean, if you looked at the memes and what she reposted and what she said, like there's no
way around that. It's not like, I'm not a big fan of her. she didn't really fit in, and it's hard to fit in with that group, but she's really
No, I feel like I think we talked about this before. Like she tried to like force herself into storylines and drama and tried to kind of stir things up when it really didn't need to be. And I think she's a one and done.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
Bye, Jennie.
Bye.
All right. Well, we are just weeks away from the premiere of Real Housewives of New Jersey, and the house Wives, new taglines have been revealed. So the women's new catchphrases seem to tease what's in store for season 12, not season 2, from mentioning of fights, secrets, and protecting love. So let's break down some of our favorites, starting with, of course, Teresa. We got to start with her. So her tagline is, I have a new king, but I'm still the queen of New Jersey.
I like it.
Simple, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan of that one. Of course, talking about Louis.
Yes, of course.
So Dolores said, I don't start the drama, but I will stop the show. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't say much, but all right. Margaret Joseph said, I say when you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to lose.
I kind of like that one because it's teasing. Yeah. I feel like it's teasing the drama that's going to happen with Teresa because she calls her out on, some of the maybe Louis' shady past. So I kind of like that one.
Yeah, and she's definitely, it doesn't seem like she hides any of her own stuff. So I like that.
Yeah. Jackie's is, you don't have to pay me a compliment, but you do have to pay me respect. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Jennifer said, this is
my favorite.
Jennifer said, my nose may be new, but I can still smell a rat. That's great.
I love that. That would be one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a good one. She just knows who she is. She knows her brand very well. And,
totally. I wonder if that is in reference to her husband, because there's all these, rumors that he had an affair back in the day. So this could be like a couple different meanings, maybe. And then Melissa says some people are born great and some people are born Jersey.
She's so Jersey. No offense, Christina.
No, taken, but I didn't really like that one. I just feel like it's like they could have done better.
Yeah, I don't love it. Yeah, she could have done better.
Oh, so excited. Just a couple more weeks and then we will be talking Jersey all the time.
I can't wait. All right. So let's break down this week's episode of Salt Lake City. Ugh. That was a crazy episode.
It was intense.
I mean, it started out with like a scene that usually they end shows with, So I was like, whoa, that bus scene or what do they call it? The Sprinter van?
The Sprinter van. Yes. They should retire Sprinter vans from Salt Lake City.
It's so funny. I was actually thinking when I was watching OC last night, their version, them all in the Sprinter van, like having the best time with each other versus every scene that's been in the Sprinter van in Salt Lake City has been like horrendous.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
I'm still like kind of confused about what everybody is fighting about. I think I said this last week, but I really still don't know. I think Jen is mad that Lisa is still taking Meredith's side in certain things. And I didn't really think that it had to be physical about that, but I don't know.
It was insane. I don't understand. Like, I actually can't understand when Jen gets that really high pitched voice when she's angry. Like, I don't know what she's saying. So I'm like, I literally don't know what she's saying or what she's mad about. She's just like screaming and I can't, it's like, I don't know. I shut it down
either. I shut it down. Yeah. But I think she was a little toasty. She was like throwing him back. So
no drinking on the Sprinter van. It's a bad idea.
No. But then they get to Utah. They're at this beautiful home that their husbands all paid for and then Mary and Meredith show up on their own later. And then they have this spiritual cleanse. And then Mary like awkwardly shows up at the end of it, like so uncomfortable.
Hands to the side. I think she was having issues with it maybe being controversial with her church. Yeah. Which like I sort of get. She is the head of a church. This is kind of odd, I guess. I mean, I think for me, I would look at it more as like being in nature and not so much religious. But it was just so awkward. Like, just go wait in the Sprinter van.
Right. Yeah. Just wait for dinner. Like, don't come.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Very strange.
Like, it would, like some of that hokey stuff that they do when they like say their name on the drum. I'm just like, I think I'd laugh.
I would too.
But just have fun with it.
Right. And then, so they all then sit down for what should have been a lovely dinner. But of course, things go off the rail. And then Meredith kind of revealing that she had everyone looked into by that private investigator. Like, That's weird.
Strange. That's really strange. And I think she just made a lot of enemies at that dinner table.
Right. I mean, I would too be like, I never did anything to you and you're having somebody look into me. Like, that's weird.
Yeah. No, very, very strange. There's something about, and I keep going back to the Sprinter Band scenes, but like, there's something about this group. They just do not like each other. Mm-mm. And it's like hard because I don't know how you come back from that, when it's that bad.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's like, it's like, you want to have the drama, but you also want to have those fun moments because if there's just always tension all the time, then it really doesn't make for good TV because then everything else just feels forced. So I agree with you. They really do not like each other. And you can kind of, Meredith and Lisa have had this long-standing friendship, but it seems like that's starting to slowly fall apart as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the ones I actually love to watch are Heather and Whitney. I mean, they're family, so I feel like they'll never have a falling out that bad. Although you never know.
Right. Listen,
Teresa Giudice, yeah. But I like watching them. They're kind of like the peanut gallery on the side, watching it all unravel.
Yeah, totally. And then what about Jen saying Meredith has 10 boyfriends?
That was a shocker.
That was a shocker.
I need more info.
Because I know if like you like look on social media, there was all these rumors that maybe Meredith had an affair, and so maybe Jen was kind of calling her out on that, but Meredith wasn't biting.
I definitely don't think we got the full Meredith Seth story last season when they were, on their, I don't know what they called it, their split, their break, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Something happened that we don't know about. Yeah. So that was interesting.
Very. And then I just wanted to throw this out there. Mary saying that she didn't have the mental capacity to call Whitney a friend at the dinner. Was like, what is going on?
She was just shut down. She was like, I can't even lie to you. It was actually one of the most authentic Mary moments, I felt like.
At least you're honest.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's move on to OC. The ladies went to Cabo, staying in this beautiful villa that Heather kind of, set up. And Heather is like the definition of a vacation mom.
Yes. I mean, I'm into it. I liked when Gina was like, look, some people might see Heather as a control freak. I'm like, plan my Cabo trip. I would be too. I mean, this is where Heather comes in handy. I'm like, pay for whatever you want, organize my whole life. That's fine.
Right. I'm just going to show up with a drink in my hand. Just tell me where to go.
Oh my God. That made me want to go. I'm like dying for a beach vacation right now.
Me too. There is like, if I open up these blinds behind me, there is snow on the ground, snow falling right now. So yes, get me to the beach, put me on a horse.
Even in Mississippi, it's cold right now. It was 70 yesterday, but today is in the 30s. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, man. And then, all right. So when we're in Cabo, Heather and Dr. Jen are having a lovely breakfast, but Dr. Jen kind of sets things up. And we kind of see this in the mid-season trailer that her and her husband, Ryan or Rin, whatever you say, are not
Ryan. He changed his name to Ryan from Ryan. Right. As you do when you're, an adult.
Totally. So, I mean, she kind of sets it up that they're just not on the same page when it comes to, kids and everything like that. And, I feel like Jen is really having a struggle with, devoting like her life to her career and trying to figure out where her kids kind of fit into all of this. Because it seems like career comes first when it comes to her.
Definitely. I mean, it says that she is at work till 8 or 9 at night. I mean, she's, I don't know her age. I should look it up, but she seems to be at an age where in her career where she shouldn't have to be working till 8 or 9 at night. I mean, I know it's hard. My husband is a doctor and like he's new at it. So I understand when he has to work late hours, but I'm like, if he's still doing this in 15 years from now, that's going to be an issue.
Seriously. No, totally. Yeah. We'll have to see how that kind of plays out.
I was shocked. I didn't know that they're possibly going to split or whatever's going to happen in the season trailer. I
didn't know that either. Yeah. It seems like things get really intense for her.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, Vacation Shannon was back.
I enjoyed Vacation Shannon.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like the difference between OC and Salt Lake City, like they can still have a good time, even though they've gotten into fights here and there. You know, Salt Lake City, I don't see any returning. There's no vacation, like fun for them.
Right. There's no fun.
But, yeah. But like, it was funny to see Emily, Gina, and Shannon together again. That was fun.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it definitely was. It kind of made for a lighthearted moment. And then Noella comes in at the end, just bringing all of her baggage and her drama and saying that this was her first trip not taking a private plane. Like, please. No, it's not.
Oh my, I like wrote her off.
Me too.
I could not believe the things coming out of her mouth.
Like,
who says that? First of all, I don't even know what a passport card is. I've never heard of that. Yeah. So like, interesting that exists, but what a snobby thing to say when your whole world is falling apart. And we now know that her mansion that she calls a mansion is leased.
Yeah.
It's like, she's like just bragging about all this money that's not even hers.
It's not even there. Yeah. It doesn't even exist for her. Yeah. It's really, really strange. And that she's got this weird thing with Heather, who it seems like Heather has just been nice, inviting her on this trip, inviting to her home and, just being there for her. And she's got like this weird vendetta against her. It seems like maybe she's jealous of the life that Heather has and is kind of taking it out on her. And I don't think Heather is setting Nicole up at all.
No, I don't either. Yeah. No, I don't. Noelle is just, and why wouldn't you eat your dinner that you ordered?
Right. Yeah.
It looked
delicious. It looked good. Like,
I know, it all looked amazing.
Right. And then I feel like she's just going to spiral. I mean, we saw in the mid-season trailer, she kind of has this major breakdown. And
where are they?
No, it looks like they were on like some like retreat or something. I don't know.
Like one of these spiritual things again, I guess.
Yeah. But the mid-season trailer looks bananas. All right. Well, let's get into our real talk. And we recently caught up with Larsa Pippen, who revealed why she decided to return to Miami and if she really makes $10,000 a day on OnlyFans. Take a look. What made you want to return to Housewives?
I feel like my kids are older. I asked them when I did it before. I think I was a little more closed off because I was married. Scotty was working for the NBA. This time around, I'm single. My kids are older. I asked them if they wanted to do the show and they were super excited to do it. And so we just thought it'd be a great experience.
Definitely. What do your kids think about the first few episodes so far?
They love it. They think it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, they do. How did Scotty feel about you returning to Housewives?
He was fine with it. We spoke about it. I said, hey, do you care if the kids are on it? And he was fine with it. He was like, hey, if the kids want to do it, they're older now, they can make their own decisions. And so we were great.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you said that you have been scrutinized so much in these past few years. I mean, what kind of things did you want to clear up when you returned to Miami?
I feel like people didn't know a lot about my marriage. I had a great marriage for a long time. I think we just grew apart. We're best friends. I think people just love to have, just love to assume that, oh, you guys are like enemies and you're such a bad person. And that's not the case. We're best friends. We do everything for our kids. We're a very solid unit. So just, the misconceptions, I feel like, are good to kind of let people see the real, me and my family.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's been a lot of talk this season about your body. And, how do you feel about the women making comments about your body, saying that, your butt is fake and things like that? What was your reaction when you watched that back?
I feel like I don't really judge other people's bodies and other people, I feel like if you're happy within yourself, like I'm not judging anyone else. I'm judging myself. And I feel pretty good about my body and I feel pretty good about, where I am today, where I am today. So I don't really let it bother me.
Yeah. Do you feel like they're jealous?
I mean, I just feel like if you are in a good place, you're less likely to judge other people. I'm working on myself, my body. I'm working on, my inside, my outside. So I feel like if you focus more on yourself, you're less likely to be worried about other people's.
I know a lot of people are loving your feet based on your OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh. I never thought I could make money on my feet. It's the funniest thing.
It's kind of incredible. Did you ever think that your OnlyFans would be such a hot topic with the rest of the women?
I never did, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't think they're up to date on social media. That's probably what it is.
Yeah. Do you really make 10K from a 10K a day from it? And how do you do it?
You know what? It kind of varies. Sometimes if you post a lot of content, you obviously make more money. I kind of been focusing more on, my family. So it's kind of hard to stay engaged all the time. I get burned out every now and then.
I mean, I seriously cannot believe that she makes that much money a day. Like, if you have been watching Miami, she literally just takes pictures of her feet and people are obsessed with it. It's really weird.
So strange. Yeah. I mean, nothing's as strange as that 90-Day Fiancé girl who sells her farts and darts.
Oh God.
So feet pictures, I guess, for 10K. Would I do it? I don't know.
Probably would.
Doesn't sound that bad.
All right. What else is going on?
Okay. So we also spoke with Emily Simpson, who's now starting to question Noelle's divorce, which I think we all are. Take a look.
Obviously this season, a lot of the focus so far is on Noella and her split and, the messiness that is kind of in that situation. I mean, there's a lot of he said, she said going on right now. Yeah. Are you taking sides and, who's kind of who do you believe?
That's a difficult question because in the beginning, when I first met Noella, I was very, very much on her side and believing her because I had nothing to compare it to, right? He's not on the show. He's not giving his viewpoint. So the only thing I have to go by is, what she's telling me. And of course, I want to support her and be a friend to her. Now that all this stuff is coming out and he's releasing statements and his attorneys are releasing statements, I will tell you as an attorney, I jump all over that stuff. I read all of it. I listen to it. I decipher it. I go back through what she told me on what dates. I make timelines. So I will tell you, I can blow holes through a lot of things. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. What do you think? She told me recently that she's basically squatting in her 10,000 square foot mansion.
First of all, who calls their house a mansion? Let's just go there. What is this? Does she have a moat? Is there a dragon? I don't understand. Why does she have to say mansion? But secondly, as far as what I read from documents, the lease was up. So and I don't know what their financial arrangement was. Maybe he was only financially obligated to pay the length of their lease. And then that was it. So I don't know if she's illegally squatting there, then she should find somewhere else to live. Maybe not a mansion.
Right. Do you think it's fair for her to, because she had this in this upcoming episode, she has this really awkward conversation with Heather about calling her a phony bitch and or fake bitch.
Yeah, I did watch that.
Right. And it's just do you feel like she's kind of using her divorce almost as an excuse now to kind of say mean things about people?
Well, it's interesting that you say that because I do believe that is kind of an ongoing theme throughout the rest of the season where it's yes, we feel badly for you. No one wants you to be in this situation, but you can't, be the aggressor and be hostile. But then when someone calls you out on being aggressive, go right back into victim mode. And I'm going through a lot, So, Noella's interesting. She really is because she has a very wide range of emotions. So So there's a lot going on there.
Yeah. Emily said that she can pretty much blow holes in this case. And I feel like even you and I, who are not lawyers, can blow holes in this case.
Yeah, no, yeah. I need to know. It's I need to know every detail, but then I don't want to see her again.
Right.
I'm done.
Yeah. Tell me everything. And then you can exit the building. All right. Moving on to our social spotlight of the week, where we discuss which housewife caught our attention on social media. Still staying in the Noella conversation. Mine went to Heather Dubrow. She posted a text message conversation between she and Noella and kind of, showed us the receipts saying that Noella knew that Heather was going to be filming in her home when she came there. And she said she comes over and pretends not to know and trashes your business and your character. Well, all of this and more is going to be discussed at the reunion. So get ready for that. Heather's bringing the receipts.
I love that she's already posting the receipts. Usually we don't see those until the reunion. So that means there's just going to be so much to unpack at that reunion.
Totally. How about you?
All right. So mine went to two judgy girls on Instagram. They have a great account, mostly dedicated to Bravo. And they posted this side-by-side photo, and it's something that we've talked about quite a bit. It says, what I ordered, and it's the Jersey husbands, and then what arrived, and it's the Salt Lake City husbands.
That's amazing. Oh my God, I love that.
Their caption was, sorry, but there's only room for one set of house husbands. And we've been saying this. I don't know if they watch our show or if this is just a common thing that everyone thinks, but stop trying with the Salt Lake City husbands. We're not here for it.
I couldn't agree with you more. Yes, it's like I think we said it before, like Mean Girls, like stop trying to make fetch happen. Like stop trying to make these Salt Lake City housewives, house husbands happen. We don't need it.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done. All right. Well, Mandy, thank you for running down all things housewives with me as always.
Thanks, Christina.
All right. For our full interview with Emily Simpson, make sure to check out our Getting Real with the Housewives podcast. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.